our time so I can ask him some questions. Oh my goodness, it's Ben Franklin.
Why, hello there.
What first confirmed the existence of the United States?
Well, I signed a peace treaty along with some others with Great Britain.
Why was peacemaking complicated?
Well, because the United States and France had pledged not to make a separate peace. So, that's why it was complicated.
What was the Continental Congress's job?
Well, see, I was part of the Continental Congress, and so, being in the Continental Congress, my job was to conduct peace talks in Paris. So I had to go back to Paris, which was very enjoyable for me.
How did America finally reach a separate peace?
Well, we talked with this man from Great Britain named, what was his name? Richard Oswald. And we asked him for a better offer, because we didn't like that one. So, he said he'd give it to us, and then we got our separate peace.
What finally stated that the U.S. was free, sovereign, and independent?
I, along with some others, signed a preliminary treaty.
What were some of the boundaries of the nation?
The boundaries were, in the north, it was the Great Lakes, and it went all the way down to the Mississippi River.
Well, thank you so much for your time. I really enjoyed learning more about your time period.
I enjoyed talking to you. Now, I like to share my stories of my good old days.
Oh, really?
Yes. Brings back so many memories.
Oh, I'm sure, yes.
Well, I best be getting back. You know, that's where I go.
I want to bring Cornwallis to our time so I can ask him some questions. Wow, it's Cornwallis!
Well, hello
So
there.
tell me about yourself.
Well, I am a high person in the military. It all started when I was in the Carolinas. I saw no future in there, and I really didn't want to go to Wellington, so I marched north into Virginia. There I joined forces with troops with Benedict Arnold, who was pretty much an American trader, who sold out to the British in 1780. Arnold had a plan to betray the West Point of Hudson River, the West Point on the Hudson River. But then the plan ended when his spy got caught with papers that the Americans found, and his spy was hanged, unfortunately. Anyways, we used to have a lot of people for us, but then once people found out that our battle wasn't going too swell, they started to leave us, which was really bad.
So what happened after that?
Well, soon Clinton told me to establish a base at Yorktown, which I thought was a dandy idea, so I could be closer to the sea. Little did I know that Washington, de Grasse, and Comte de Rogenville devised a plan to bottle me up. Even we, the British, had better sea control than them. Pretty much our navy was better. But they went slowly with the plan, and we could not catch them at all.
So what happened with that scheme?
Well, Admiral Sir George Rodney and sent part of his Indies fleet in order to help out de Grasse. Then Admiral Thomas Graves and his troops cut me off from the sea. I know we could have stopped them, like I said before, but they were so just dang sly about it. It rattles my bones.
I'm so sorry. Did things get better after that?
Well, after talking to Rauschenbusch, Washington decided to strike again at Yorktown, while making Clinton think he was going to New York. Soon, he got to New York and he joined up with soldiers commanded by Lafayette and Degrassi. Then he had 17,000 French and American soldiers, which I did not see coming at all.
Oh no, what did you do?
Well, I pretty much couldn't do anything about it. I continued to fight for only about a month longer. And then I had to ask for terms. Then 7,000 of my British Army men laid down their arms. And then that dang old Lafayette started playing Yankee Doodle. Like I didn't already feel bad enough. Don't like you, Lafayette.
I'm so sorry for your loss. That must have been really hard.
It really was. It really was.
I'm sorry.
Well, it's been a dandy chat talking to you about my...
Thank you so much for coming. Thank you.
Yes, I really enjoyed it. This 21st century is very, very nice.
I'm glad you like it.
Very nice.
Yes.
I'll see you later.
Alright, bye.
Not really, because I'm in a different time.
So to wrap things up, America won this battle and Great Britain lost. Some hardships that they faced were the British Navy outnumbered the Americans, and there was a British spy that the Americans had to. George decided to strike at Yorktown. They waited for the British to come, and when they did, Cornwallis was completely helpless, and his 7,000 British soldiers had to lay down their arms and surrender. The outcome of the Revolutionary War is that America made a separate peace treaty from France with Great Britain, saying that America was now a free country. Some more important leaders were Franklin, Washington, Clinton, and Cornwallis. All right, see you tomorrow, U.S. history.